meditation with no hangover, ecstasy with no consequence.
Right then. See what you can come up with.
From now on, we are going to control your mind. From time to time, we'll put thoughts into your head, and you will obey those thoughts. I never dreamed this could happen, even at this distance. To get inside another's mind so completely, to feel transmissions from his very nerve ends. Your mind.
And there are whole periods when I can't remember anything at all. Nothing.
Boy, you're coming on strong now. Turning me on now. I feel kind of groovy. Oh, baby, you move me. Well, you get me to the stage where I feel fine. And then you tell me that
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream Mini-sodes. I am your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friends, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
And actually, back from the dead after a long hiatus, with us this evening, Mr. Fresh Rogan. How we doing tonight, Fresh?
Bad evening.
Bad evening. Oh, bad evening. Well, tis the season, right? I mean, we're less than a week out from Halloween. We are fully in the thick of it right now. So I hope you're having a bad evening, just in a different context of the word bad, not in.
Yeah, it's Halloween. Everyone's miserable.
Everyone's having a bad night, a bad couple of nights, because hopefully you're watching some scary movies or scary TV shows. So if you're here, we've got just what the doctor ordered for you tonight. The very last episode of The Veil, the last mini-sode of season 3 this evening. So it's we're celebrating tonight. It's bittersweet. You know, I've really enjoyed showing The Veil. I know that Evan and Fresh are devastated that tonight is the last evening we'll spend with Boris Karloff in his giant castle living room with his cozy fire and just some stories that don't ever really make sense, but they're not supposed to. That's the fun of it, right? Despite what Fresh would have you believe.
That is not the fun of it. That is what makes it very not fun.
Well, it's all relative. I mean, Boris Karloff just rattles it off with a chuckle, doesn't even bat an eye when he's like, "What's the answer? Haha, who knows?" And then
Who cares?
And then
See you next
credits,
week.
and then George Wagagagner, and that's it. And it's been
that's the real mystery
that's
of
the
the show.
real mystery. Why did George Wagner choose to be credited that way with 2 capital G's in the middle of his last name? Was it just to annoy people, or is there some
Maybe it's a
greater
typo.
mystery? I looked it up. Apparently, he was credited that way on other things. Like he chose.
I mean, maybe it was a typo on Mr. Wagner's part.
I mean, he just had to play it off for the rest of his life. He didn't want.
You turn in the form for, this is how I want to be credited, but he just made a typo.
And then
every
it's locked in for life.
For
right,
life.
you only get one shot.
You only get one shot. In Hollywood, you only get one shot. So if you spell your name with 2 capital letters in the middle, on the first thing you're credited on, that's what you're going to be credited as the rest of your life. So that's the way. That's the Hollywood rules, and they're serious. And no backsies. Once you get it, that's what you're stuck with. As George Wagagagner found out, unfortunately. But he's not the director of tonight's episode. But it's fun. It should be an interesting episode. This is like another, I think this was actually like a pilot episode maybe, or some kind of backdoor pilot episode where it aired on another show. I think Karloff is still hosting. I really don't know, though. I haven't seen this one. So this is one of the rare times I have no clue what we're in store for. So in that alone, I'm super excited. Anytime I don't fucking know what's going to happen, it's more
the level playing field. Now Garrett's down here with the rest of us.
I am. I can't, sit here with a smug little look on my face like, is that what's going to happen next? I don't know. I'm not going to tell. No, I can't do that this evening because I'm on the same level playing field as you guys. So.
Hey, you guys want to see a card trick, dude?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see it. All right. I hear it, but I want to,
All right. Tell me when to stop, dude.
Okay. When?
Okay.
All right. You see your card?
Yep.
All right. I'm not gonna look at it.
Okay. Don't look.
All right. I'm gonna shuffle the deck up. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Not holding any lifts here. I got it. I'm not even keeping track of where the card is, dude. Don't even care because I already know what it is.
And you're not. This isn't a setup to play euchre or anything. This is a legitimate card trick.
Is this your card?
No, I'm sorry. That's not my card.
Was it a red card?
I don't know what red is.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes and.
Yes and. That was a bad version because I didn't yes and at all.
I guess that was more no and.
It was
No
more
and.
right. A yes and version of that would have been when he said, "Is this your card?" I would have said yes and it's and
Well, now you're just turning into Tobias.
Blue hat. Yeah, you're just you're just terrible at improv. I'm just notoriously terrible at improv. I haven't had time to warm up. No. What is this whole show but improv, really? There's no script.
So was that really his card?
It was. Yeah, don't let him fool you. It totally was.
I mean, he's fresh as the master. He's always the master of card tricks. Come on, he's always gonna get it. He's always gonna get the card. He's been working on that.
No question.
He's been working on that game for decades. Card tricks.
Card decades.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Master of puns this evening, Fresh Rogan. We could all. Okay. Cylon is calling me right now. Do you think he knows I'm on? Should I answer? Do you think I?
No.
No.
You're gonna pick up that phone and he's gonna say, "Is this your card?"
It was all part of Fresh's trick all along. I shouldn't.
Well, Garrett, if you check your front pocket.
What? No, I wish. That actually would be really cool. Yeah, no, one of these days we'll develop some kind of mechanism where Fresh can do card tricks virtually, and what a day that will be. But until then, he's just gonna, it's just gonna be like radio. He's just gonna have to, I wonder if back in the day when radio was a popular thing, how magicians, I wonder if they did a lot of radio shows. Probably just not as much fun being a magician on the radio when you can't see the trick, right? Like, what do you, those people just got to be boring as hell to have on the radio, right?
Like a radio play. You just have to take their word for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're just a good sound effects guy, I mean, you could really have fun with it. Woo, yeah. I mean, if you got it all.
Can we get that shuffling of that deck one more time?
Yeah, ASMR.
Hang on, let me turn my noise suppression off so it picks it up. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's me taking them out of the pack.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful.
Is it beautiful? Or is it...
We're going to be watching a public domain movie, but also doing poker ASMR on the side.
Okay, hell yeah. So you have the chips too, so it's like clink, 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 clink. Perfect. That'll be awesome.
Then you'll hear me checking by knocking on the table.
Probably didn't hear that, but that was me knocking on the table. That was probably my noise.
Who's knocking at the door?
No, if somebody was knocking at the door, my dog would be going crazy right now. That's how I would know, legitimately. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I'm really sad that tonight's the last episode of The Veil, boys. I gotta say, it's it's been fun getting to see Boris Karloff every Wednesday night. He's certainly a magnetic presence, and we got to spend a lot of time with Lugosi in season 2, so we got this whole season to spend with Boris Karloff, and it's bittersweet. I gotta say, it's bittersweet. It's kind of sad. I have no clue. I have no big announcement as far as what next season's minisodes are gonna be. I don't know, but it probably won't be a big star like Karloff or Lugosi, unfortunately. So hope to pour one out for Karloff and all the other big horror stars tonight. As we get into this exciting final episode of The Veil, which is titled Whatever Happened to Peggy? Which, I don't know. This sounds kind of interesting, but it could be, Yeah,
it would be nice to figure out what happened to Peggy, but we won't.
We probably won't. So I don't know. I can't go ahead and say that this is going to be some thrilling story in the vein of other pieces of media that have opened with the title "Whatever Happened to ... But that's
what's everybody's like when you hear whatever happened to blank. Where does your mind go?
Baby Jane is the first thing that I think of as a classic horror guy. What do you think of?
I think Robot Jones.
I do remember that. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
I do not think it sounds very generic, but I can't think of what I would complete the phrase with.
Yeah. There's other things that are just not coming to my head right now, but Evan had a good call there on the whatever happened to Robot. That is a deep Cartoon Network late 90s early 2000s cut right there. That is our lane. That is squarely down the center of our lane. That is prime niche target audience, because that's us pretty much. I remember that show. Fresh, I don't know if you do. Probably not.
I don't think I saw it.
It was only on. It had to be one of those one season Cartoon Network shows. Right?
Oh yeah.
It was not on for very long.
Yeah, not on for very long.
But I do remember that.
It had 13 episodes and a pilot, so.
Right. That was one of those, the early days of, not the early days of Cartoon Network. I mean, they had been around for a while at that point, but they were trying to find some new shows to kind of keep things like interesting in the early 2000s, and that show was all right. I mean, I would watch it if it was on, but that was only if I was around a place that had cable, because I did not have cable growing up, so that was pretty much just at my grandparents' house.
Hence all of the old VHS tapes.
Yes. When you don't have cable, you're going to be re-watching a lot of the same things, which is something I still do to this day, that there are other people that can't imagine re-watching anything. That's just like, they would never. And I grew up I've watched some things so many times, and my head, make your head spin if I really was able to give you a true number. Because, yes, all these worn out VHS tapes and DVDs I'm looking at over here. And yes, poor Fresh's internet is cutting out. Hopefully,
we'll get him back.
Hopefully we'll get him back. It took a while for this. I'm not going to say anything about Fresh's internet. Hopefully it comes back. Don't want to jinx anything. But anyway, I mean, my VHS and my DVDs, and I can see my DVD of The Veil right now. And tonight's episode, Whatever Happened to Peggy, is not on that DVD collection. That's 10 episodes, and I think we're clocking in at 11. This is episode number 11 that we've seen.
When did you first see this show? Is this one that you saw growing up, or is this?
So I must have been around
later,
9 or 10 when my mom bought. I think I've told the story. My mom bought the DVD box set. It's only 2 DVDs, but it is in a little box. She bought it from the Ross Dress for Less. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Classic place to buy DVDs.
Yeah. Oh, well, cheap public domain DVDs, to be sure. I think
do we have Fresh back?
Do we? I don't know. I don't hear a Fresh Rogan, but
thought I heard a chime.
A chime, perhaps. Maybe not. Well, hopefully Fresh gets back in soon. We'll keep our fingers crossed. But yeah, I mean, so I first saw this when I was around 9 or 10, this show, and watched all the episodes so many times, some more than others. And then, eventually I stopped watching it, but I'd say for a good little bit. Because, back in those days, too, you put something in the DVD player, you don't want to take it out of the DVD player. You're kind of lazy. And if it's got a bunch of things on there anyway, you're just you'll cycle through. You're going to not be paying attention. You'll be tuning in and out. Just like this show, you're more than welcome to tune in and out, not pay attention. We're just good to have on in the background, because we just talk and go on, much like the Veil DVD was just nice for me to just have and just have going.
There's 5 episodes on that DVD just on repeat 24/7.
Pretty much, you just let it go. I wake up, I go to sleep to the Veil, I wake up to the Veil, I go back to sleep to the Veil. I mean, I certainly had a couple, if not at least one of those summers. So I just spent some time with the Veil, but not with this particular episode. So we're in store for a treat, I think. So I think we're about to get into it. I know Fresh is currently battling right now, and
we might have to catch him up if he pops back in.
If he pops back in, we'll get him all caught up. But I think we're gonna go ahead. I know Evan's got it queued up, so we're going to go ahead and get into whatever happened to Peggy right now. See, well, I mean, what is this title? Completely different.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I still feel like I need to sneeze. I've been holding this sneeze for like
Just
20, like 30
do it,
minutes
Evan.
now.
Just go ahead and do it.
I wish
damn it.
I could. I really wish I could. There he is.
The story you're about to see will be
There he
but it's
is.
based on a true experience. Something unexplainable from behind the veil. You know, the world of a teenage girl can be full of wonder and delight. But not always. Sometimes it can become a place of confusion, terror. And that's just what happened to Ruth Cooper.
Ruth Cooper? I thought we were
Ruth
talking about
Cooper.
Peggy.
Yeah, who's Ruth Cooper?
Boris, are you leading us astray?
Whatever happened to Ruth Cooper?
Still hurt? Nothing hit you there?
No.
You didn't bump your head?
No, it just feels kind of full.
Should you say full?
All right, you
Oh, is she talking about her arm?
go along with the nurse.
You're just talking about her head.
We'll take some pictures.
Oh.
Or maybe she's saying bowl because she's got a bowl cut.
Dr. Madison, what is it?
She appears perfectly normal.
Got a full bowl.
Full bowl, spark it up.
There was nothing unusual about her.
Light it up.
Nothing. She was perfectly all right when we left Chicago yesterday.
Nothing on the train or in the hotel last night?
Not a thing.
Well, maybe the x-rays will tell us something. What about her father?
He's been dead for 8 years.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ellie. I didn't know.
I've tried to do everything I could for her. That's why this is so awful.
I'm sure you have. She's a fine-looking girl. She reminds me of Ellie
Whoa.
Hudson.
Oh,
Last time I saw her.
doctor. I don't know if you can say that nowadays.
No. I was older when I left.
She's a fine looking girl.
Not even.
Nothing sexual.
I know
It's
how
like-
hard this must be for you, Ellie.
Get out,
You
doctor.
do everything you can.
I think I'm good.
Of course. Tell me
He's
about
back.
it. Is this your first visit
Back
home?
from the
In
dead.
20 years.
Hell yeah.
I told Ruth all about Greenville. I wanted her to see.
What's her
the
current
place where her mother
timestamp?
was born.
We just passed 3 minutes.
Okay.
Why don't you wait in the outer office for a while? I'll talk to Ruth some more.
You haven't
Thank
missed
you.
much. This
No, not really. This
Why don't
girl.
there's a girl named Ruth is at the doctor.
Well, now I'll have your
Her name,
photo in my
not
album,
Peggy.
too.
We haven't.
Already have
Have we
your
met
mother.
Peggy yet?
No, we haven't met Peggy, and we don't know what's wrong with Ruth.
Oh, you mean Mrs. Cooper? Doctor, who is that woman?
Well, I knew her some time ago. She used to live here in Greenville, too.
Why am I staying with her?
She's, someone who likes you very much.
Can you tell me who I am?
Are you able to remember anything?
Well, Mrs. Cooper told me that I'd never been to Greenville before. But on the way to your office, well, somehow it seemed familiar.
In what way?
I felt like I was coming home.
Do you have any idea where home is?
Not really. I just keep feeling that I've got to do something, but I mean, it's like when you're hungry, but you don't know what you want to eat.
I hear that, sister.
So true, dude. So true.
Am I losing my mind?
No. If you were, you wouldn't be asking me that question. Try not to worry.
Yeah, every time dinner time rolls around, I'm losing my mind.
Right.
I feel like I'm coming
Anything
home.
else you'd like to tell me?
This morning when I woke up, I know this is going to sound funny, but I heard a voice, a girl's voice, calling me from far away,
Far away.
Ooh.
calling some name.
What did the name sound like?
I don't know.
It start with a P. It's maybe a P.
I couldn't tell.
So it was a
far
B,
away.
maybe a B.
Well,
A B or
It was
is it a
probably Mrs.
P?
Cooper
Maybe a
trying
P.
to wake you.
I'd like to solve the
Please
puzzle,
all the
please.
time.
No. This is a John Edward thing. This is a crossing
Oh.
over thing. This is cold
Because
cold
she wants to
reading.
help you too.
Has anyone
reading at
done?
its
Has
finest.
anyone done John Edward on
Quiet.
Wheel of
We'll talk
Fortune?
more.
No, but
Oh,
that
no
would be
D's.
great.
Oh, I meant B. I meant B.
Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle
They're saying
Bar.
they're saying B, not D.
Hello? Yes, Dr. Madison. This afternoon? Yes. Yes.
Yes,
we can be
yes.
Yes, I'm sure this doctor definitely found out what's wrong with her, for sure. Oh no!
All right,
There's
here
a
we are.
freaking what's it's
Tree
The lawn jockey.
lawn
and
jockey.
that fountain at the side of the house.
I would cue the yikes button, but I don't have it easily at my disposal at the moment. Ugh. A lawn jockey in 1960? What
This is Mrs. Cooper
kind
and
of
her-
people are
the
these
people I thought you and Martha would like to meet. Mr. Perry.
people?
How do you do?
Boris Karloff, lawn jockey.
Ruth?
Shame on you, Boris Karloff.
We'll find Martha in the living room.
Martha? I want to know
When are we
whatever
gonna get to
happened to
Peggy?
Peggy.
Oh, your legs seem
Exactly.
close again.
You never even get to meet her.
You're Miss Cooper.
You don't know what happened.
Oh, do come in, please.
Well, how's your golf, Ira?
How's your golf,
My,
Ira?
after 20 years. You must see a great change in Greenville. You know, we love this little town, but I wish I could see it through fresh eyes again like yours.
Well, I really haven't had a
Greenville
chance to look around
where?
very much, but I'm sure Ruth is going to love it. Ruth, dear, I was just telling Mrs. Perry that I'm sure you're going to love Greenville. Oh, yes, I love this town.
Why, how charming. Most girls your age would prefer the excitement of a big city. And Chicago is a fascinating place.
Chicago.
You know, the last time I was in Chicago was 5 years ago.
Maybe we'd better not leave Peggy's picture around.
Well, I don't think Martha
Oh,
will let anybody change
There's
that.
we heard the name.
No, but...
Oh, that's the person it's named after.
The dog.
maybe
The dog's
Peggy's the
name is
dog.
Peggy.
Frightened is the wrong word. Awed is a
Ghost
better
dog.
word.
Do you hear that?
Duffer, hello.
Yeah, is the ice cream truck outside?
Hello. Hello. How you been?
Why, Duffer acts as though he knew her.
Of course, dogs often react that way to people who like them. I can't explain any of this, Ira.
Did you tell her his name?
No.
Then how did you know it?
I have.
Yes,
no
hello.
idea.
I'd like 2 popsicles that look like SpongeBob.
Do you remember the nickname that your daughter used to call?
What? These,
Can I get the
the
Ninja Turtle with the eye kind of askew?
what? Where are the gumball eyes? You already ate them off.
Possibly have met before.
It's a ripoff. I want my money back.
That's what happens if you DoorDash some ice cream.
100%.
Well, I'm afraid, dear, it isn't yours. It was given to my own little girl years ago.
Why, look at her arm. Oh, Mother, when was it broken?
Ooh.
Hmm.
I want to do this. I want to just go pretend to be a dead person.
A rich dead
Seems like a fun
person.
grift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go from living in poor big city
But I think
Chicago
it's great you
to
only depend on
rich
you.
Greenville somewhere.
Ira,
Come on.
I
You
would
lean
like
into
her to
that in
come
a
and
second.
Stay here with you for a while.
Haven't we already had an
I
episode
think it's important.
kind of like this?
I think it may help.
The
to
return
reduce
of
her
Madame
anxiety.
Verneuil, right?
Yeah, the return of Madame Peggy.
Some sort of
Pretty much. Might as well.
Well, it's one approach. You saw how she reacted to Martha and you, the dog, the ballerina. She seems to be following a definite pattern. In some cases, it's the only thing that's helped.
Come on, sit up. Come on, Zephyr. Come on, boy.
You're asking me to do a
That dog sucks at listening.
I should have to know some more.
Caught
about
him.
this other case.
Burn, dog. Burn.
Yeah, fuck that dog.
Now, turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, turn around.
You're right, though.
This dog always has had a mind of his own. We're used to that around here. You mean because I have a mind of my own, too?
I wasn't thinking of you, dear.
How ironic. Because you don't.
Did you have a garden in Chicago, Mrs. Cooper? Huh? Oh, no.
Of course not. What are you being a bitch for? Of course you didn't have a garden in Chicago.
Hey, do you have these? And she just picks her feet up and shows her new shoes.
Would you, excuse me, please?
Come on, Zephyr, come on.
I suppose you've
Let me get the Bentley out of the garage. You got one of those?
How do you mean?
Well, there's always the possibility they're trying to put something over on us.
When I first examined her, she was actually suffering the same pains that Peggy suffered the night she fell down those stairs and died.
Oh,
I don't
no.
think they're trying to put anything over on us.
No, I guess you're right. She's so like her.
Of course, I hadn't told Mrs. Cooper yet I want the girl to stay here.
If he does stay here, will it be bad for Martha?
Well, might even do her good. Providing...
I don't know, bro. That's not very good doctorly advice.
To lose her eventually.
Dr. Madison?
I'll have a word with Martha, and if he says yes, I'll nod to you.
Wait, what are they trying to do?
They want to leave the girl at these people's house.
Perhaps. I certainly hope so. But it may mean you will have to make a great sacrifice.
The money doesn't matter. No matter what it costs, I'll get the money somehow.
I don't mean money, Ellie.
What do you mean?
You will have to let Ruth come and live here with the Perrys a while.
You mean give her up?
Just temporarily. But I can't tell you yet for how long.
Oh, but I can't do that. You can't ask me to do that.
Yeah, he really can't.
Does that mean you know what's wrong with her?
I mean, he can ask.
No, I don't, Ellie. But
He
I
doesn't
think
even
this
know
may
what's
give us a
wrong
chance to
with her.
find
He
out.
doesn't even know it's gonna
I think
do
it may help Ruth
anything.
to get well.
Fucking doctors.
I'm gonna write you a prescription for one rich family.
Prescription filled.
How are we supposed to fill this?
What kind of a doctor are you?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, this is Tom from over at the Walgreens Pharmacy. Can I speak to Dr. Nutjob? Who the fuck do you guys have working over there?
I think you should be the one to tell her. Mrs. Cooper, let me tell her. Dear, will you come here?
You come here.
Now, how would you like to stay with us for a while?
Aw.
Yeah, Carl's like, I don't know about this. He says, all right, let's take a break right there. Cause I felt like there was a break coming up, and sure enough, there it was.
How many do you guys have?
So I am at 1406.
Okay.
So I don't know if this doctor is qualified to be letting girls stay at strangers' homes. This doctor's got some strange methods, without a doubt. So
This is definitely alternative medicine.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna solve the problems that she's experiencing. But who knows?
So is this girl, is she simultaneously like Ruth and Peggy, or is she just Peggy at this point?
It seems like she's both, right?
There's enough room up here for two.
There's room for two. Well, wasn't that how
Peggy fell down those stairs and she kind of fell out of her body.
Fell out of her body.
Hey, room for one more.
It's like it's Freaky Friday rules. The body can just, you can be half in, half out. Somebody can swap, or you can, the swap didn't take, and so now she's like half in, half out, and it's just a weird body swap thing, I guess.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
That is, isn't it? Isn't it just ridiculous? But I mean, it is kind of, that's how Madame Verneuil was, right? Wasn't it like she knew like her mother and her boyfriend, but she also believed that she was someone else?
Yeah, that's true. She kind of, I guess she had the knowledge of her. I mean, that was like a reincarnation kind of deal, but same kind of idea.
Yeah, it's definitely what we've got going on here, and
this is late stage reincarnation.
Yeah,
she's already
reincarnated
been born.
into a live person.
Yeah, just fell into a live body. It's just the soul, the whatever the metaphysics are involved here. It's maybe that's what this doctor is going to try to get to the bottom of. He's going to turn into some mad scientist, try to do some kind of crazy body swap. And
look, we're all full up here at the Body Factory. We're gonna have to. We're gonna give you a roommate, okay?
We're gonna have to go dig up Peggy's corpse and see if we can't get her back in there. I don't know if that'll work out. It's funny because the guy playing the doctor, he played a lot of like scientists and mad scientists in horror movies. I believe his name is Whit Bissell, and he played like
oh my god!
Hang on, say that name again.
Whit Bissell. And he played Dr. Frankenstein in I Was a Teenage Frankenstein. I don't know if that's the doctor's name. And I Was a Teenage Frankenstein.
Hey there, stranger. Come here to wit your Bissell.
Yeah, that's exactly, yes. 100%.
Say, are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
He's also one of the victims of the creature in the Black Lagoon, the first one. He's one of the creatures. He's a scientist who gets brutally attacked by the creature. He's been in a bunch of other B horror movies and science fiction movies. So it's funny to see him here with Karloff sharing the stage. And Karloff is just kind of, I don't know, Karloff doesn't seem too sure about this whole, cheapo body swap process. Whatever.
Karloff's kind of taking a back seat so far in this episode. He's not really getting a whole lot of Karloff.
No, but I think that's for the best. If he was playing the doctor, it would be too much. It would be
all about him.
He's being very restrained, even in playing like a grieving father. He's not hamming it up as much as I feel like he's hammed up some of his other roles so far. So that's nice to see. I mean, you just rein it in a little bit, pull it back. It's never a bad
reeling it in.
Reeling it in. Sometimes you have to. Even Karloff knew when to reel it in. So we'll see. We'll see where this is gonna lead. If this girl and I don't even remember the real girl's name. All I can remember is Peggy.
What was her name? Ruth Cooper.
Ruth Cooper.
How could we forget?
Dale Cooper's sister, right? Ruth Cooper.
D.B. Cooper's daughter. That's what the father's on there.
That's what
Yes.
That explains it. Yeah.
Too busy counting all his money.
Yep. It's all they're gonna. That's all what it's about. The next half is finding that stash of money. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what we're in for the exciting conclusion of whatever happened to Peggy. So we're gonna go to a quick break. We've got one more Boris Karloff trailer for you. We've seen it before. It's for a movie called The Crimson Cult. Sorry, I was kind of burping there. The Crimson Cult, and it is Christopher Lee's also in it, and a couple other familiar faces to horror fans. And I wanted to show the trailer for Targets, but unfortunately that is under copyright, so can't show that. But this trailer for the Crimson Cult is public domain, so we'll get one more Karloff trailer for this season, and then all we have is the rest of this episode, and then we say bye-bye Karloff. It's been nice. So we're gonna go to this break, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of whatever happened to Peggy. So stick around, we'll be right back.
The Crimson Cult. Hedonists of horror.
The devil is not exactly noted for his sense of humor.
A servant of man and the devil.
My brother stayed here, didn't he? What happened to him? Tell me what happened to him!
Dead.
A journey into the unknown terrors of the world of black magic.
But we all know the subconscious mind can play strange, sometimes terrifying tricks. The living bridge between this world and the unknown.
Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Boris Karloff in his last and most diabolic role.
And we are back. So that was a trailer for The Crimson Cult, and that was released after Karloff died. That was one of many movies that was released after he died, because he had those 4 Mexican films that he made, which we got to see one of back in season 2. We saw Isle of the Snake People, if you'll remember, which was, you know, okay Karloff outing. Kind of sad, you know. He is definitely at the end of his life. And you can see in the trailer we just saw, he's in a wheelchair. He's not doing very much. He was feeling the effects of many years of playing monsters. Definitely took its toll. Playing Frankenstein's monster in particular, like, kind of led him to have back problems and have all kinds of issues later on in life. So he had to, you know, use a cane and then a wheelchair and then have oxygen on set. So he had kind of a sad, you know, sad end, but he couldn't stop working. So, you know, what are you gonna do? What can you say?
Keep going to the very end.
Yep, he certainly did. The man was an artist. He loved his craft. And speaking of Lovecraft, I think that movie is also based on a Lovecraft story or some Lovecraft stories. which I've seen that movie before, but I didn't remember that or didn't really read too much into it. And then my dad brought it up the other day. It's like, this Karloff Lovecraft movie. I was like, what are you talking about? What? Because Die Monster Die.
Based on the Dreams in the Witch House.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and Christopher Lee's in that too. So that's, you got two titans there. And Michael Gough, I think that's how you say it. He's in it too. He's also in a lot of horror movies, and he's really good. And Barbara Steele is in that as well. And she is actually going to be in one of the two films that we're going to be watching this Friday. Which, if you don't know, we're doing a double feature this Friday for the season finale. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Barbara Steele's in one of the movies. But we'll talk more about that after the end of our last episode of The Veil. So I think anything before we get into it, boys? Any predictions? What do we think is gonna happen to Peggy? Whatever will happen to Peggy?
Nothing. It will cut, and then Boris will be standing by the fireplace and going, "Wow, I wonder if this was real or if it was imaginary." And then you'll see Wagner GG pop up, and then that'll be it.
GG.
For the most part, it's a pretty safe bet, I gotta say. Evan, any bold predictions?
Any bold predictions? I think we're gonna have a Peggy off. I think Peggy's gonna come back.
Ooh.
And say that's not your daughter. It's me.
This girl's a poser. You don't believe her. I'm your real daughter.
She doesn't even look like me.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see a Peggy showdown. Yeah, I think we're certainly due for one. Well, hell yeah.
This Wednesday cage match. Whatever happened to Peggy?
Sunday. Well, I guess it's a Wednesday.
WrestleMania Wednesday.
You gotta love it. All right. Well, if you boys are ready to go, then we are going to get into the exciting conclusion of whatever happened to Peggy right now.
Mother? Oh, darling, you frightened me. I didn't hear you come in.
I'm sorry. Mother, who is she?
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh, she's the daughter of a classmate of your father's.
She seems so familiar.
You've got a new hairdo, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Do you like it?
Yes, I do very much.
Keep photographs of all my classmates' children.
Yeah, special one on the piano.
Now, what have you got there, dear? What is this?
Oh, my
What is it?
Oh, wait. I forgot Nancy. There, what do you think?
What is it?
Well, it's for my birthday party next Wednesday. Now, Mother, I only want to invite my very best friends, you see, like Mary and Alice. What about Betty Hill? Do you think I ought to invite her too?
Well, dear, I think you should give it more thought. Now, why don't you go upstairs, and as soon as I finish the roses, I'll come up and help you plan.
She doesn't even know how to handle that
I
shit.
forgot Joyce.
He's like, go
I
upstairs.
better think about it for a while.
You better not leave out Joyce.
Dr. Madison, please. This is Martha Perry calling.
Gotta love a good mirror
Will,
shot.
Something dreadful has happened.
Well, what is it, Martha?
The girl. She wants to have a birthday party.
What?
Uh-oh.
She believes that next Wednesday is her birthday. Will, that's the exact date of Peggy's birthday, and she wants to invite all of Peggy's girlfriends.
Oh, that is something.
Awkward.
It's growing real now. Alice Brown has 2 children, and Kay Scott is divorced, and Mary Brown is engaged.
Wait a minute now.
Oh my God.
Peggy didn't have any friends in on a party on her 16th birthday. Joyce Martin came down with diphtheria. Peggy was exposed.
Oh, that's right. Why, Peggy was in quarantine at home.
She may be able to recall it. We'll just have to take a chance. Be very careful what you say.
Smart. They got lucky on this one.
Stop by tomorrow morning?
No.
Thanks so. What does he say? What? Diphtheria? Something?
Diphtheria?
I'm terribly worried. That night 10 years ago,
I know, Martha. I know. Good luck. And don't hesitate to call me at once if there's anything I can do.
So, like, what the fuck actually happened to her arm and something? What?
You were right.
I don't
Imagine
even
my
know,
forgetting
bro.
Virginia.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm following this 100%, but
well, dear, it's a shame you can't invite Joyce.
Why not, Mom?
Well, Dr. Madison just phoned and said that Joyce came down with diphtheria today.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Mother, I was with Joyce that last week. Does that mean that I've been exposed?
Oh, I don't know, dear, but we'll ask Dr. Madison when he comes by in the morning.
Well, if this means I can't have my birthday
My
party.
sweet 16
now,
birthday
dear.
party's
You
ruined.
can't have girls your own age. Well,
I hate it here.
some sort of a party.
With who'd come?
Well, now, let me see. Dr. Madison would come. And then there's Mrs. Cooper.
Mrs. Cooper?
Yes, you like her, don't you?
Well, yes, I like her, but Mother, she's such a sad woman. She's always so unhappy and confused.
She's very fond of you.
Yeah, she's the one that's confused.
Mother, maybe asking her to my party would make her happier.
Why, of course it would, darling.
Well, let's invite her then.
Oh, you're a dear.
Silly dog, whenever she's ready.
Hello, Ira. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I got held up in surgery.
You missed a very good dinner, but you're just in time for the cake.
My name is Ira.
Well, she's a remarkable child.
Hmm.
Martha's grown to love her, and, well, so have I. Good. Every time Martha sees those stairs, she thinks of Peggy falling.
Yeah, fucking get rid of the stairs,
You've
bro.
done
Put in
wonders
a
there,
ramp.
Ira. Her happiness at this time is very important.
You're getting old anyway.
Even if he goes on believing that she's Peggy,
No easy answer to that. It's a risk we have to take.
it's not easy for us.
Ira! We're ready for the birthday cake.
Hello.
Oh, Will, I'm so glad you could get here. Will, do you know, I think Peggy came back so that this time she could really have a happy birthday.
Hi, Uncle Dar.
Oh, hello, my dear. Happy birthday, and many more of them.
Oh.
I'm so glad you could come.
Oh, they're in for a rude awakening, I can already tell. What?
Happy birthday
Oh.
to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peggy. Happy birthday
Oh.
to you.
It's
Oh.
the happiest birthday I've ever had.
Now blow out the candle.
Oh, but make a wish first, dear.
16.
All 16 candles.
I wish I could run down the stairs really fast. Now I'm gonna try it.
There's this.
Oh, no, Ira, wait with that, dear.
Oh, Mother, please let me open it
Oh,
now.
my darling, open it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Do you like it?
Oh, look.
Darling.
My
may I
heart
go
breaks
right
for
into
this
the
other
phone, huh?
woman.
No, not upstairs, dear. No.
Oh, why not? That
No,
should be
upstairs.
all right. Well,
No,
let's go on
you're
up and
strictly
find out.
downstairs now. The upstairs is
Boris said, no, go on up.
out of bounds.
you're not allowed on any stairs.
Ever.
I'll take
For
it
the
home,
rest
be
of
right
your
back.
life.
The stairs are out of bounds.
Oh no.
It's all right, Ellie. I'll take you home.
Well,
God, yeah, could you imagine losing your child because she thinks she's somebody else's child?
oh,
Ugh.
my.
That is devastating.
We've got a problem.
Yeah, what happens if she falls down the stairs now? Are you gonna have two? Well, are you gonna have two souls jump into a third person's body?
Just infinite body switching. Yep.
Getting a little crowded in here.
100 people jump into one body.
Mother, what's the matter? I just want to show him.
Is this what multiple personalities is?
She's at the top of the stairs.
Stay there. Don't come down. It's got to come down.
I'm gonna do a twirl when I walk down the stairs.
Mother, check out my new roller skates. Ah!
Oh my god.
She almost fell.
Look at Boris Karloff swooping in like a superhero to save the day. You gotta love it.
You scared me. I almost fell.
But you're all right. You didn't hurt yourself, now, did you?
But you yelled at me and Mother screamed. Why did you scream?
He was afraid you were going to fall.
Cause you're a fucking idiot. They keep telling you not to go down the stairs, you fool.
Get Dr. Madison quickly before she dies. I'm not going to die. I'm not.
No.
Oh, the ballerina you broke. Peggy loved it so. Who are you?
She broke the curse.
All she had to do was destroy that ballerina.
You've been visiting with us, friends of your mother. Now let's go home.
It's creepy.
For a surprise.
It's so creepy.
Two random people. Yeah, we're friends of your mother. I promise.
Well, imagine being the mother having to just let her daughter stay at these randos' house. What? You're gonna deprive me of that
How
reunion?
could Ruth assume the identical personality of the Perry's daughter, whom she had never met?
God
and
damn
even know
it.
the name
He
of her
would be
dog
beside a
and her
fucking
friend.
chess set.
Was it because
If you're playing mind games with us.
I'm very clever, you see.
during her fantastic experience? Well, these are questions for which, with all our knowledge, we have no sure answers.
No short answers.
What do you think?
Checkmate.
What do you think, Fresh?
I'm just
Oh, look, we're
glad-
back in the living room one last time. Yay. Sorry, go ahead, Fresh.
No, I'm glad something happened at the end and there was a bit of a resolution.
Well, I feel robbed because I wanted to see the mom, like the look on her face of like getting her daughter back.
Yeah, that
was
mom
a
was kind of a
huge-
waste of a taxi ride. She
was-
could have just stuck around for about 10 minutes.
She didn't leave though, did she? Oh, she did. She was.
She did.
No.
She got in the car and drove off.
She was in the doctor's car, wasn't she?
Oh, okay, maybe she's around the doctor. But
Still though, we should have seen it. I don't understand. They had plenty of time. They were gonna run out of
Yeah.
time. Just needed 30
Yeah, welcome
more
to the
seconds.
Veil.
Yeah, that's true.
well, he
This
just
ain't-
wanted to show off his chess set.
This ain't the Twilight Zone. Yeah, Karloff wanted. He demanded more
chess
time for his
set.
chess set. That's right. Exactly.
Guys, we have to use my chess set in the last episode. I just got it.
He's very proud.
I'm
He's just-
super excited about it. I just want to show it off.
The whole series was made just so he could show off his chess set.
Yes.
Guys, can we have a thing where I'm sitting in like a fancy living room and then at the last episode I'll have the really cool chess set?
And then sure enough, bam, breaks it out front and center. And
They wrote a whole show just so he could show it off.
And who was he playing chess with? A ghost.
He was playing chess, definitely playing chess with a ghost. You know what else he was playing chess with? Our minds, because I don't fucking I just don't.
You act like the rest of the show didn't do that exact same thing.
It did, but in this particular episode, especially if this was some sort of pilot, maybe this just sets the tone for how disappointing the other episodes really are. For the most part, I mean,
right? Well, they were upfront about how these episodes were gonna go. from the beginning.
That's true. It's always said there's.
Look at it that
I
way.
don't know. So I mean, all right. Well, now we have got all of the episodes of The Veil behind us. So now we can speak with a little bit of authority and kind of look at it. So what would we say was the best episode of The Veil that we saw?
Oh gosh.
The last one, because then it was over.
So that's there's Fresh's answer recorded in the book. Very good.
I don't know which episode was best, but I think I know which character I liked the most, and that is my boy Soupy.
Oh,
from Summer Heat.
Soupy, yes, Soupy is certainly MVP of the entire show. He was a lot of fun and could, really embodied all the characteristics you would expect as somebody that you would call Soupy. And so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, and that was a good episode too. It's our most watched episode on YouTube. It's
for good
but
reason.
it is. But so that was a fun one. I really enjoyed the crystal ball. I've always enjoyed it. It's it's kind of
was good.
Kind of weird, kind of mysterious, but also light. Some of the other ones are.
Just a little light obsession, a little voyeurism.
Well, and you get a nice ending there. You get to see the husband.
That's true. That one did actually end.
You get to see the husband walk in and confront the
philandering wife, I guess.
Yeah. To get to see that kind of like the shock on her face when he walked in. You're like, okay. That I'm satisfied. It doesn't take much. They figured it out with that episode. I think most of the episodes you can kind of say if they only would have done a little more here, a little more there, maybe. So certainly we know not on the level of Twilight Zone. What do we think about this compared to One Step Beyond?
That is a good question.
It's tough because, remember, this came out before One Step Beyond. And I don't know, One Step Beyond was on for a long time. That was a show that actually ran.
Refresher. What we saw.
So we saw, well, of course, who could forget the episode where John Newland took mushrooms? That's obviously
that's the one that I remember.
Always the one that everybody's gonna remember.
That not really the same. It's kind of apples to oranges, but it was very good.
It was very good. Yeah, I would say I felt like watching The Veil. You could make a lot of comparisons as far as the structure and maybe kind of disappointing endings. You could make those comparisons with One Step Beyond, I think, very much, because I know there were plenty of episodes of One Step Beyond. I was like, whoa, why didn't they do this thing? It would have been so much better. And what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'd say they're maybe pretty comparable. Now that I'm looking back over the episode list, I might actually like The Veil a little more.
Ah, okay, very interesting. Yeah,
Hey.
I mean, there were some
positive comments about The Veil. All right.
There were some kind of standout episodes of One Step Beyond, and I certainly love the aluminum connection. That's a lot of fun.
Alcoa, yes, that was a lot of fun.
Making fun of Alcoa is it was kind of our pastime for a good while on the show.
Yes, like sponsored programming, can't beat it. Sponsored content, aluminum. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, like you're saying, kind of apples to oranges to some degrees, and you can find a lot to like about both shows. And so, I really enjoyed The Veil this season. This was the season 3 minisodes. This was The Veil. So we are done. We are finished with it. I know Fresh is excited. I know he's very happy.
Yes, fuck The Veil.
And so
I said it. I'm not afraid to say it.
So that was season 3, and that was The Veil. And so Fresh as fuck it. I won't quite say that, and I'll let Evan speak for himself. But
yeah, I'm ready for the next thing. Let's
we're
put it
ready
that
for
way.
the next thing, and have no clue what that is. I'm thinking I might go another serial. You know, maybe
right.
there's something better than the Phantom Creeps out there. You think?
I don't know, man. That's setting the bar pretty high.
The bar pretty high. I don't know. There's not like too many horror serials. There's a lot of sci-fi serials. So we may go sci-fi. I don't want to necessarily go sci-fi.
We'll step into the sci-fi.
Like to stay horror, but I'm gonna do some research. So we will not be broadcasting a mini-sode next week. We're taking next week off in between seasons, and then the week after that we'll be picking up with season 4 mystery. So tune in 2 weeks from today to figure out what that is. Well, I'm sure we'll announce it a little earlier. We'll announce it at some point, but that'll be fun. But you can also join us for the season finale of the Scream Stream this Friday on Twitch, on YouTube. We're going to be live. We're going to be live an hour earlier at 8 p.m. because we are showing a double feature, which is a Scream Stream first. And we're very excited. It's going to be a little new, so we'll see. It should be fun. It should be, our stamina. I think we're up to it.
We got this, bro. We fucking got this shit.
We'll need to be drinking, plenty of coffee on the side.
Yes, this week's cocktail is coffee.
Yep, just coffee. Coffee, and
you have to give us instructions.
You just pour as much liquor as you can handle inside of it for 4 hours.
You just make the coffee with vodka instead of water.
Right, exactly. Boom.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the Scream Stream coffee, official coffee recipe.
I saw something about people filtering vodka through a Brita filter. So maybe coffee, maybe the Mr. Coffee is the next step of that.
Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense.
Yeah, you can make. I've heard you can make cheap vodka significantly better with a filter.
That's
the
secret.
Bro, filtered vodka.
They say
nothing better than hot vodka coffee.
Those hipsters and their filtered hot vodka coffee.
We might be onto something here.
You heat it up and it just evaporates out of the coffee pot.
It's just like burns your face off as soon as you take a whiff of it. Really, so fucking strong, dude. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
But yes, it's
just like make your kitchen smell like vodka.
Yeah, if you want to use that recipe, make your kitchen smell like vodka, you're more than welcome. But yes, we'll have the coffee on standby for sure because it's a double feature. We're gonna be watching The She Beast, which is from 1966, and it's in color and it's like super widescreen. So when I say it's like was it, there's that Family Guy joke about Lawrence of Arabia, and it's like they're like super extra, whatever, and it's
like a 3 pixel wide fucking strip.
That's how the first movie looks because that's how wide it is. Which it's cool. It's cool though because that's like that's obviously a mark of quality. So
the skinnier the movie, the better.
I thought about changing our whole layout for that first movie and just putting that all across the top so I can make it a little bigger, but I just don't feel like doing that work. So it's the first movie's gonna be a little funny to look at, but we're gonna have fun with it. But it's in color. There's blood, there's gore, it's witch burnings. So we hadn't had one of those in a while, since probably the first
Good
episode
old-fashioned witch
ever.
burning.
Good old-fashioned witch burning. Barbara Steele, starring Barbara Steele, who is a great witch actress, who we'll talk. She's much more than that, but we'll talk about her on Friday. The director is a really interesting guy, Michael Reeves. We'll talk about him. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then our second feature is, we always end the Scream Stream seasons with a Bela Lugosi movie. At least that's the trend I'm trying to set. That's what I'm trying to do. So we're in it on one of my personal favorites. It's a 1939 horror comedy called The Gorilla, and I shouldn't say it's starring Bela Lugosi. I should say it's with Bela Lugosi, because he plays a butler.
But he's in it.
So one of the first
He's
of many times that he's playing a butler for, kind of trading on his horror image. But he's fun. It's good, and this is actually a studio film. This is not a Poverty Row film. This is a 20th Century Fox movie. So we're getting a little more, but it's still a B movie. It's the Ritz brothers, they're like a knockoff comedy team. We'll talk all about them. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, as always, Evan's going to be bringing us a wonderful cocktail to pair with both of the evening's films, and a little tribute to Bela Lugosi in a segment which we call...
What were you drinking?
What were you drinking?
So, like Garrett said, this is a little tribute. I found a fun cocktail today as I was looking around. This one is simply called the Bela Lugosi. So this is made with these are some maybe slightly more I don't want to say rare, but maybe a little harder to get the ingredients than most of our other drinks. So this is made with some Fernet Branca and mezcal, some pineapple juice, agave syrup, lemon juice, and get this, as a garnish, it calls for a slice of lemon coated in sugar, doused in bitters, and bruleed.
Are you gonna do all that, Evan?
I just might.
Ooh, we're getting fancy. But you have to do it on camera. We have to see you. We have to see you brulee.
Okay, get the flamethrower out.
Yes. Well,
I
we've
have
got
my box of wine, so I will be.
Yes, that's very good. I'm
Close
gonna have
not
to
making this.
I'm gonna have to read. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Evan.
Well, I was just gonna say. So I do not have, and probably am not going to try to seek out those first two ingredients, Fernet Branca and mezcal. So instead, I'm going to be substituting a little bit of Jaeger, some peppermint schnapps, and tequila. I think it's going to be kind of close, about as close as I can get.
I may look and see if I can find mezcal. You should be able to find, right?
Well, you can, but it is it's expensive, and I don't want to fork over $50 for a bottle of.
I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I thought since you were changing ingredients, I thought about just giving this drink its own name. And I thought about, there's this famous punk song called Bela Lugosi's Dead. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. But I thought about calling this drink Bela Lugosi's Broke. But I didn't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I was gonna call this the Poor Bela Lugosi.
Okay, all right. So we're thinking along the same lines then. Okay, well that's good. Bela Lugosi, poor Bela Lugosi, Bela Lugosi's broke, whatever you want to call it.
I like Bela Lugosi's broke. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
broke Lugosi.
Yeah, broke Lugosi. Yeah, that's good. That's what I'll go and I'll post a fixed version of that on our Instagram page, which you can go find us at Scream Stream Show. You can also find us on Twitter at Scream Stream Show. We're on YouTube, not at Scream Stream Show yet, but hopefully soon, because YouTube is doing a new thing where I think everybody gets their own URL. So
you can have your own handles.
You get your own handle, and they're saying that they'll make your handle your URL.
That'll be nice.
So that'll be really nice. Should make it easier, make us easier to find, hopefully. Because if I say go to YouTube, you have to search for us. You're gonna have to look for us. It's gonna be difficult. because our page is just some random our channel is just some random combination of letters and numbers. Once we get the handle, then all you got to do is just like our Instagram and Twitter, type in, hopefully, at Scream Stream Show, and then we pop up, and then smooth sailing. But you can find all of our past episodes on YouTube. Yeah, so that's it for the season 3 minisodes. That's it for the Veil. Anything before we sign off tonight, boys?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is Barbara Steele any relation to Lexington Steele?
Absolutely. Yes, definitely working class. Working class for sure, Barbara Steele. That's why they wouldn't let her dub her own voice, because they thought she sounded too working class. That at least
Sweet
happened.
Feet, no relation? Are you sure? Sweet Feet?
You don't know. Sweet Feet.
Like...
Sweet Feet is Sweet Feet. You don't know about Barbara Steele, Lexington Steele. We got all the scoop. We're gonna have that scoop on Friday. So, Sweet Feet, glad you're joining us right now. Hopefully, you can join us on Friday. Hopefully, everybody can. And Evan, what were you going to? Was there something you were going to?
I want to pitch a show. It's about a guy who falls off a wall and thinks he's somebody else. It's called Whatever Happened to Eggy.
Ah, okay. Oh, that is genius. That is inspired. I love that. We're gonna make it happen. We're putting it in production right now. Whatever Happened to Eggy? Boom, love it. That's amazing. All right, well, until Friday, sweet screams, everybody.
Creep tight.
And to all, a good fright.